I lost everything over a joke I thought was harmless. My name is Lauren Whitaker. I'm 33 years old. And not too long ago I had everything I ever said I wanted. A husband who adored me. A marriage built on trust and time. A career I loved, where I worked alongside people I genuinely enjoyed, including one man who would eventually ruin everything, not because of what he did but because of what I said. It wasn't infidelity. There were no secret hotel rooms or text messages I deleted in the bathroom. It was a joke. Just a stupid, careless joke. But that one sentence, one moment where I forgot who I was and what mattered, cost me everything. 6 months ago I was married to Gavin. He wasn't flashy, or the guy who dominated a room with charm and swagger. But he was mine. Loyal. Honest. Always there. Always choosing me. He remembered anniversaries. Left notes in my lunch bag. Brought coffee to the bedroom every Saturday just because. Gavin loved me with a quiet steadiness that made me feel safe. And for a long time that was enough. Until I met Bryce. Bryce worked in the office across from mine. Smooth, confident, magnetic in a way Gavin wasn't. He had this energy that pulled people in, especially women. Including me. I told myself it was harmless. Just innocent flirting. Everyone did it. I never crossed any lines physically. But mentally, emotionally, I let myself compare. Bryce was fit, spontaneous. Always cracking jokes that made me laugh until I forgot whatever stress I'd carried in. And slowly, I stopped appreciating Gavin. I stopped seeing the man who made my life whole, and started seeing a man who felt boring, predictable, safe in a way that felt more like routine than love. And the worst part, I didn't even try to hide it. It happened at a work happy hour. Just a casual Friday night gathering at a rooftop bar. Drinks flowing, music low, laughter bouncing off the concrete walls. Gavin had stayed home. Deadlines and stress keeping him tethered to his laptop. I didn't mind. Bryce was there. We stood in a circle of coworkers, all tipsy, all a little too loose with our words. Someone, I don't even remember who, said, "Okay, serious question, ladies. If you had to pick one guy in this office to run away with, who would it be?" Laughter. Rules. Playful teasing. Someone said Chris Hemsworth. Another joked about the IT guy who could fix anything. Harmless answers. Nothing serious. Then someone pointed at me. "Come on, Lauren. Who's your pick?" I should have laughed it off. Should have shrugged and said, "No one." Instead, I let the alcohol speak. I smirked, glanced at Bryce, and said loud enough for the group to hear, "Well, let's be real. It definitely wouldn't be my husband." Laughter exploded. Bryce gave me this cocky grin. Someone clinked their glass. I was buzzed and glowing in the moment, thinking I just made a clever quip. But what I didn't know, Backslash. Someone was recording. 2 days later, Gavin found it. I came home from work, grocery bags in hand, still humming a song from the car radio. He was sitting at the kitchen table, phone on the surface, eyes blank. "Did you have fun at your work party?" he asked, voice calm. I blinked, caught off guard. "Yeah, it was nice." "Why?" He picked up the phone and pressed play. And there it was. My voice. Laughing. Murking. It definitely wouldn't be my husband. The silence that followed was deafening. "Gavin." I started, heart pounding. "It was just a joke." He exhaled slow. "No, Lauren. It wasn't." He stood. Walked past me like I wasn't even there. At the edge of the hallway he paused and said, "I finally see it now." And that was it. He didn't yell. Didn't accuse me of anything more. Didn't demand an explanation. He just walked away. Not with rage. But with clarity. I thought he'd come back. That he just needed space. That we'd talk it out and he'd forgive me. But 30 minutes later, he emerged from the bedroom with a duffel bag in hand. "I'll be staying at my brother's for a while," he said. "Gavin, wait. Please. I didn't mean it. You don't need to explain. You already did." And then he left. No slam door. No final glance. Just silence. That's when it hit me. I had just broken the heart of the only man who ever loved me completely. And it wasn't because of another man. It was because of a moment. Sentence. First I clung to denial. Told myself Gavin was just being dramatic. That he'd cool off. But days turned into weeks, and he never called. I turned to Bryce then. The man I joked about running away with. I flirted. Hinted. I tried to gauge if he was interested now that I was technically single. He laughed it off. "Lauren, you're great," he said. "But I don't do office drama." Just like that he backed off. No more smiles. No more playful banter. He moved on like nothing had happened. So now I was alone. No husband. No admirer. Just regret. I downloaded dating apps. Told myself I'd bounce back. Tried to convince friends I was fine. I went on a few dates. Smiled. Nodded. Pretended I was interested. But something felt different. None of these men were Gavin. They didn't listen. Didn't notice small things. Didn't care about what book I was reading or how my day went. They wanted drinks, maybe a hookup, but not me. Not really. And then, on a date with a guy I actually liked, I joked. My ex-husband left me over a dumb joke. He raised his eyebrow. What kind of joke? I hesitated. I said, in front of coworkers, that I wouldn't choose him if I had to run away with someone. The guy just stared for a second, then said flatly, "Yeah, that's rough. Can't say I blame him." That's when I realized I had become the red flag. Even strangers could see it. I mocked the man who loved me, diminished him, humiliated him for a cheap laugh. And now, I am the joke. Few weeks ago I saw Gavin again. At a coffee shop. He was laughing, holding hands with someone new. A woman who looked at him like he hung the stars. The way I should have looked at him. He didn't see me. Or maybe he did and chose not to. Either way, I sat there invisible. A shadow of his past. A mistake he'd learned from. And the cruelest irony. I spent so much time thinking he wasn't enough. And now I realize I'll never find someone like him again. So if you're hearing this, take it as a warning. When you make someone who loves you feel like they don't matter, don't be surprised when they find someone who knows their worth. I laughed at him. And now I wake up every day as the punchline. Goodbye.